All right, welcome to Robert Morris's debut game of the RMU Cup. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that we have two captains back from last year. We have the defending champion, Frickin' Pope, and the last place Cup member, Team Novacloak. So some of the faces might be new. We have AK-47 Soap, the third of the three AKs. We have Rick and Andrew, which is actually AK-47 Jackstad returning on a new account. The rest of Pope's team is Fape and Gingervitis, which you might also know as No Road Home, the support player. On Novacloak's team, the lineup is actually mainly new faces, AK-47 Leopard being the only non-freshman of the group. Evil, their jungler, Boosted Aatrox, their mid, and Silvakilla, their support, round out the rest of the comp. So we have first pick was Lulu by Frickin' Pope's team, and with the immediate response, Jana Kog'Maw was locked in. Now we're back to Pope's team. They locked in Caitlyn. Together with Caitlyn Lulu, they have a very strong bot lane. It should be able to bully Kog'Maw, Jana, but if they do not keep on top of things, they will quickly fall behind, as Ardent users on Kog'Maw have really upped his damage efficiency in the early game. So we just locked in Jarvan for Frickin' Pope's team, another staple jungler. Let's see what they round out. All right, so it looks like Novacloak's team locked in Maokai for possibly their top laner, but it could be a flex anywhere from jungle to top. Traditionally, knowing Novacloak's pool, though, it's most likely going to be in the jungle.
I reckon.
All right, so we have a TF ban, possibly a target to what Jackstad has been playing a lot in solo queue, and a Syndra ban in return. So right now, it looks like the only things left for Jackstad's team is his mid. And then in addition for that, we have either the top or jungler matter and how they flex the Jarvan pick. Let's see what they ban. All right, counting down to the last 5 seconds, Nova. Let's go. And Orianna ban is the final ban locked in. All right, so quick return on Cassiopeia. So they're really pitching the mid lane pool. There's now been 4 bans on one side, on Novacloak's side, and then in turn 3 bans from Pope's side. All right, it looks like Nova's hovering one of his fan favorites, Urgot. It's a bold move, Con. Let's see if it pays off. All right, quick hover of Xerath in turn, switches to Diana. Jackstad, known in the past to play a variety of control mages, but has recently picked up a large pool of AP assassins in turn. He would be blind picking this, unless there's funny business going on with the Urgot swap mid. All right, so Xerath is locked in as a blind pick. And now Soap has the counter if he chooses to pick it for Urgot. All right, so he's still counting down. It looks like he's hovering Renekton right now as his pick of choice. So with Renekton locked in, he has a solid lane against Urgot. He can counter the sustain, but in addition to that, he's going to have a pick comp for the rest of his team to aid him whenever he dives the backline. While Renekton is a melee champion, with his double dash, he should be able to get on top of Kog'Maw and possibly blow him up with the aid of some secondary damage source. Galio's locked in as it looks like the counter to the mid lane Xerath. The globals will help keep Kog'Maw safe. So right now we have one team picking a protect the Kog'Maw comp and the other picking a team that can possibly dive on top of it. Pope on Jarvan and Xerath's long range stun is going to be their primary way to engage, in addition with Renekton diving and Lulu traps for follow-up CC. And it looks like Kog'Maw's team has opted for the Janna Ardent pick a Maokai front line with Galio mid as well, and Urgot as their top laner. All right, there's going to be a spectator delay for a little bit. All right, so we're going to have 3 minutes before the game actually starts. So looking at these comps, the strengths of the teams in the draft, we had Novacloak getting the 4th pick overall, and we had Pope getting the 6th pick overall. So Pope opted to draft his first pick with Jackstad, who's Rick and Andrew on his current IGN. And then we also have Lulu being picked as 7th pick. Later on, he picked Fape in the 3rd round and Soap in the last round, rounding out his comp. Novacloak, in turn, 4th picked AK-47 Leopard, locking in an ADC early with a small ADC pool. We also have Galio picked in the 3rd round, Evil picked in the 2nd, and Silvakilla rounding out the rest of his comp. Pope is considered quite possibly the tournament favorite. He's the returning champion from last year, and his team this year also has some of the same success he had last year. We have Jackstad, a strong mid laner, which he utilized in past cup with his old mid laner, Pineapple Nuke. So he drafted a strong mid jungle pairing at the beginning. Then he opted for support because it was. Besides the Captain Cyanotic, Gingivitis is the only diamond support here in the Cup that played that as their primary role going in. We also have Fape, which is a Plat ADC. He's a strong player. He's been climbing a lot in recent years, or in recent months at least. Plat 5 for the majority of the season. He's recently jumped up to Plat 2 as of recent. Then one thing that Pope has going from that not many teams can say is that AK-47 Soap, his 4th pick was a diamond. And then in turn on Novacloak's team, we have Novacloak. He's the captain from last year. He did the lowest in points, but he's looking to redeem himself. We have Evil, one of 6 actually diamond plus junglers in this cup. Aatrox, the only plat mid, but still a strong player. We have AK-47 Leopard, the highest ranked ADC in the cup. And we have Janna, Silvakilla, who normally plays top lane, but now he's recently found his place in support with the Ardent meta. All right, now we finally load into the game, so we'll get a solid chance to see how these teams play for the first time. They've only had 2 weeks of practice in addition to 2 weeks of tryouts, so we're going to have to see if anyone has early synergy in the first round robin. So, like we said before, it seems like it's a very clear comp with some objective control against a cog comp. So the name of the game is to see if they can keep Leopard alive or they can burst him down. All right, everyone's loading in. They could possibly do invades. I know that Novacloak's team tends to opt for it. It looks like freaking Pope's team is actually doing a 5-point start. All right. All right, Pope. All of Pope's players are in the standard 5-point except for Jackstad, who seems to be lagging a little bit behind by turret. He won't have vision to block off any tricky invades through the side brush of River. Kog'Maw stepping up a little forward. The rest of his team in turn is following his suit. We have Maokai and Janna with him, and it looks like now they're kind of normalizing to a 5-point. All right, minions have spawned, so we're going to start seeing action very soon. This is the debut game for the Cup. Later matches will include Blackwater versus Pineapple Nuke, and later on at 7, Vreed versus Cyanotic. So make sure to stay tuned if you're looking for those teams. All right, Pope starts with a very standard blue start, and it looks like Maokai in turn is starting the same. All right. Small trade starting off in the mid lane. Aatrox versus Jackstad. Everyone's just trying to rush level 2 in the bot lane. Kog'Maw gets off a good trade though onto Lulu. Let's see if Lulu will be able to sustain it up level 1. And trading continues here in the bot lane. The most heavy. All right, and it looks like Leopard is possibly going to fall, but a quick shield and some heal keeps him alive. Fape Gingivitis have a very strong beginning trade. And now trading continues in the mid lane between boosted Aatrox and Jackstad. Looks like Xerath, even though Galio has the MR shield, is starting to chip down on him. And bot lane in the trading continues. Now trading Flash in turn. First blood going to AK-47 Leopard. It looks like Fape can clean this up though. Alright, he plays it safe. And trading continues once again in the mid lane with Jackstad and Galio. And it looks like he's not going down, folks, in bot lane. Silvakilla barely getting away, using his summoner. And trading again happens in the mid lane, but Jackstad is running out of mana against this Galio. Boosted Aatrox now can look to trade in turn and maybe get a lead of his own. Novacloak and Soap trading in the top lane. Not much going on. Alright. Good trade by Nova. Let's see if Soap can sustain through it or Urgot can finish him off on Renekton. Alright, trading continues. Jackstad using mana off cooldown to try to keep the trades up, but it looks like they're finally equalizing in terms of health, with Aatrox having the slight advantage in mana. Bot lane returns to start their aggressive trading nature. Jackstad being ganked right now, but Pope's here to answer, so it looks like it might be death for Aatrox. Maokai getting traded on. He might not go down, but he's going to take a big chunk of damage and have to return to base. Urgot continuing the bullying top lane. Right now, Urgot has 30 CS to Renekton's 21, and bot lane trading continues. In other lanes, Xerath has a 7 CS lead on Galio as well. Alright. Tornado saves Leopard from the first barrage of damage, but they finish him off with follow-up. Passive doing a little retribution damage, but nothing to take him out. Jarvan helping the bot lane push it out to keep Kog'Maw suffocated and off CS. And Novacloak returns with the trading top lane. Renekton is now running out of a little bit of sustain, so he might be within kill range. But Novacloak in turn is low on mana. J4 quickly going for Infernal, trying to get that early damage to keep themselves on top of the Kog'Maw scaling. If they get this, Caitlyn can stay relevant for a good chunk of the game. Caitlyn notoriously having a weak mid game, but a strong early and late. This will help him, or help her bridge the gap between it. Alright, Novacloak returns and is ready to fight, but Soap is ready as well. He comes back in, gets a good trade-off, and now Nova has to reconsider basing or risk getting tower dive. Bot lane continues to trade. Leopard confident that he can finish them off, but he eats a trap and takes too much damage in turn. Both have shields, both have a little bit of sustain, but in the end, they can't survive more than one or two more trades like that. Alright, Galio gets pinged missing as Xerath tries to push out the lane. Galio returns and is here to match his push. Junglers meet each other in river, but decide to trade vision instead of health. Alright, so we have Kog'Maw CSing under turret right now, and in turn, getting a little bit of gold. Right now, it looks like that Kog'Maw is 32 to Caitlyn's 44. He's not able to recover enough under turret that he needs to stay relevant in this game. Pope attempts to go for a gank, but Aatrox gets out with his E. He comes back to trade a little bit of damage, dodges the Xerath Q. Novacloak has roamed mid. He's looking for a fight. He has ult, which with the new rework can be an execute if he gets the right kind of engage. But Galio does not have the damage to set it up for him, so he's going to have to do it himself. Kog'Maw clearing vision in the river right now. And now we go back to mid lane where it's trading heavily again. Jarvan on blue right now, just looking to get that for himself. Alright, now he actually holds onto it, leashes it for Xerath with his long range Q. And Xerath goes back to lane without missing out on any minions. Renekton returning to the top lane and Maokai returning to his jungle. Everyone seems to be doing a soft reset on the map. Xerath able to push in Galio, but Galio still has pretty efficient wave clear and an MR shield, so he's able to tank the non-stop barrage that Jaxstad's throwing his way on the Xerath. It looks like he's going to try canceling his back in turn. Return to the top lane where there's another short set of trades. Renekton liking these short trades while Novacloak on his Urgot wants to keep extended trades like we see right here. Maokai meets him there and it looks like this can be a kill with the ult. And Novacloak has a kill on him. At the same time though, Pope capitalizes by turning on Leopard. Silva Killer looking like he's close to death and killed with the Thunderlord's proc. I don't believe they can take first turret, but if there's no TP answer or jungler roam, it might actually be possible. They have to wait for the next wave though to see if they can trade it. And blue team gets it much quicker than red team could hope for, and TP saves it anyways. So now we have Soap going in, let's see if it costs him his life. Turret's helping out a little bit, but he still can't keep it alive. Nova actually trades 1 for 1, not realizing he had turret aggro at the time. And Pope's team just keeps pushing for the second turret. The 1 for 1 trade relieves a lot of pressure given by Nuke's team or Nova's team, and they're no longer trading turrets. Pope the clear winner out of that play. We now have Kog'Maw in the bot lane trying to farm up. We have Jarvan returning to his jungler. And we have the mid lanes getting ready to trade CS again. So far, most of the plays have been cross-map. Junglers opting to not meet each other and fight the 2v2, but instead trade turrets on both sides. Pope gets his red, and he starts his Wraith camp. And Xerath on mid keeps continuing pushing out Galio. His constant pushing has netted him a sizable gold lead though, so it's 87 to 67 right now with the 20 CS lead between the two. Renekton, while being behind in CS earlier, Urgot is able to keep a lead, but only a small one as Soap wedges his way back into the lane. Novacloak trying to take him out and keep his lead, repeats the same gank he did with Maokai earlier, this time more effective. Novacloak now finds himself 2-1-1, opting to trade the 1-for-1 earlier with his death for that assist, but Soap is 1-3. The gold very even right now. Less than 1,000 difference between the two. Xerath gets the trade, but he doesn't realize that Maokai's there. We might see Pope return with an answer kill top on Kog'Maw, but Xerath still goes down. Good damage on Galio. He might have to back, but this turret should be theirs if they choose to stay. But Pope answers quickly, taking top lane now with his bot lane. Silvakilla tries to delay with a tornado, but he can't get close enough to shield the turret. Nova's in the middle of the fight. Silvakilla has his backline joining. It looks like they're going to take out Caitlyn. Jarvan quickly going to fall as well. He's going to try to take out, and he does. He takes out Janna before he goes down. We have a 2-for-1 in favor of Novacloak's team. Galio looking to reset, Nova looking to push out and maybe cancel Lulu's back. Alright, Lulu keeps pushing, Nova's looking for a pick. Whimsy keeps him safe though. Soap pushing out the wave till it gets to Kog'Maw, returning to the river to secure some vision and get urgency on Infernal Drake. Jackstad's pushing out mid again with the Xerath Qs. Galio only being able to push him out without running out of mana. But I will have to stress that this comp, frickin' Pope's comp is looking to get ahead early game, so they need more than just a couple turrets to get a sizable gold lead to keep this Kog'Maw down. Maokai disengages it, keeps Galio safe. Both teams are going mid, 5-5, but it looks like Nova's about to back. Alright, now Galio opts to back, so red team wants to disengage here. Stun on Novacloak, decent poke, but not enough to down him. Xerath ult is always a threat when it comes to these teamfight scraps, but he has not opted to use it to take him out. Having to land all the shots and then a follow-up ult from Caitlyn even. Alright, Galio's here to protect Evil. It looks like Pope might have overextended, but the fight is about to turn in their favor. The trap's gonna keep Janna, and it actually, the momentum shifts once again. Novacloak not getting his ult off before he dies. It's now down 2-2. Xerath just dropping, and now it is Fate versus Galio. Boosted Aatrox being the last sole survivor of the fight. He now can choose to push out mid lane, but there's not much on the map for him to take. Short death timers as the teams are already back up and ready to scrap again. We immediately see the TP play coming in from Soap on Renekton and Pope going very close behind on Jarvan. Xerath actually being the TP target, not being able to get the harsh CC that Renekton would be able to should he have TP'd. Interesting play from Jackstad, it doesn't pay off and now he's down to Summoner. Both teams wanting to get that Infernal. Pope's team wants to get that second Infernal to keep themselves ahead. It looks like Nova's Cloak's team has the urgency right now, though. Clearing vision, setting up their own. We now have a pink ward in the Dragon Pit, so no longer does Pope have clear vision of what needs to be done. But they're looking to contest. Alright. Nova's team concedes vision, allows them to get back in. Flash burned, but Xerath ult wasted. Evil gets out barely. Xerath no longer has his mid lane ult to keep them down. Novacloak's coming in, and he might have overextended as he gets straight in, but Soap even deeper than Nova. Galio taunt gets rid of Soap, and overall, it's going in favor of Novacloak's team. Pope does not go down from the sapling, but he's very short for this world. As the rest of Novacloak's team follows down bot side and is ready to take them out. Taunt hitting both, but Jarvan still getting the flag and drag. We have Janna secure the kill. Heavily in favor of Team Novacloak. 4 people down, just Gingervice remaining. Gingervitis, as you may know, is also known as No Road Home, the diamond support that I talked about earlier. So Pope's team is looking a little shaky right now. Novacloak's team was able to capitalize on Soap's overextending on his Renekton and also just trading plays across the map whenever Pope got a good macro on the turret. Everyone backing and shopping to get ready for the next scrap. This has been a constant bloodbath. 16 kills for Nova, 11 for Pope in under 18 minutes. Both teams are looking very confident when they would trade, but in the end, it's been in Novacloak's favor for the last 2 fights. One barely with Galio just surviving, and this last one decisively. But they're still far from over. Soap once again looking like he's overextending. Novacloak's ult might be enough to finish him if he gets it within range. And that's going to be a kill. Soap now 161. The Renekton pick not being enough to sustain from Novacloak's Urgot. Boosted Aatrox looks for a quick taunt, and so does Evil with his snare, but it wasn't enough. Maokai ult down. Pope's going to try to contest Nova, but it looks like Nova's going to be able to get this turret easily and possibly even trade him afterwards. It looks like Nova might go down for this though. Nova having to flash out to disengage the Jarvan. Renekton quickly behind him, but they hesitate and they don't have enough to get on him now. So Xerath mid, keep still pushing it out. Caitlyn with him and Lulu along the side. The 3 of them are going to try to take this turret while Herald Vision is going to be secured. We have Fape walking up, confident with the combination of Lulu Whimsy and Shield. It looks like Evil might be out of position. Xerath ult used, it should be enough to take him out. And Caitlyn gets kill credit. Gingervitis gets picked though from a quick combo from AK Leopard. The auto attack's already ramping up this early into the game. Between Rageblade and the Arden on Janna, he's able to burn down most of this backline. The score is now 12-19. That 1k gold lead has completely vanished, and now it's decisively in Novacloak's favor. We have almost 36-32 with a 4k lead in favor of Novacloak. We're now at the 20-minute mark with each side having 1 Infernal. Trading continues in the mid lane as Xerath and Caitlyn have long-range poke, but it's been shown that with hard engage, they're able to be taken out. Alright, Galio the only one defending mid. Maokai going for his Wraiths and not seeing Pope on the opposite side of his jungle invading towards Wolf Camp. It looks like Pope's gonna get that wolf camp just fine and be on his way. Fape puts a little bit of damage, but they're too hesitant to start because Maokai's flanking and his ult should be enough to keep Galio in the fight with a quick taunt E combo. Pope gets blue buff as well, and now he's looking to do Gromp, clearing the whole right side of his jungle. Nova's team is posturing to take turret right now, as Silvakilla gets some quick vision in the bot lane. Jarvan gets a quick trade on him though, but it should be nothing for the next fight. Maokai getting a Thunderlord's proc on him from the Lulu when he's looking for them with sapling tosses. We have Fape walking up on his Caitlyn, trying to get some wave clear going and to break this mid turret. They've been at this for about 4 minutes now, trying to break the siege. The bloodbath has started to slow down a little bit, but it's still 12-19 in a 22-minute game. Both hesitant to take this nuts fight though, because it means Baron. Caitlyn gets a quick trade-off. Looks like it does almost nothing to Maokai though. He's already very tanky and has armor. Knight's Vow alone on him is going to have a good amount of armor, and J4 goes in, but it looks like he might have overextended. Leopard quickly blows him up. Caitlyn's dead from Urgot ult. Gingivitis doesn't have long either. And it looks like it's going to be another 4-for-1 trade. Actually, Evil barely surviving. They might be able to do Baron. So it's actually a 4-for-none trade. Leopard quickly burning this down with Arden and Kog'Maw. Evil has to stay out of range, just enough to stay in for Smite, but not enough to get killed from Baron AoE. It looks like they're going to get this pretty easily though, because Soap does not opt to contest it past River, not even passing Pixel Brush. Novacloak's team is going to reset with Baron Recall as Pope's team starts to spawn. Alright, it looks like they're going to return to the jungle and try to get Caitlyn a red buff so he can burn down that front line, but it hasn't been eventful so far. Maokai already getting very tanky, and Galio starting to build armor of his own. It's going to be very hard for Caitlyn to burn down this front line. Galio opting for Iceborne Gauntlet and Abyssal Mass. Urgot building out Righteous Glory for a little bit of tank stats. He has a Giant's Belt and he has Black Cleaver. And Maokai right now has just building MR now for the first time with the Spectre's Cowl, but Knight's Vow has been his first build. Alright, Novacloak going in. Galio quick to use the ult offensively, and Novacloak has another ult kill on him. Novacloak 6-2-9 at the moment. The rest of his team is looking good as well. AK Leopard 47, 9-4-3. And we have Galio 4-1-11, racking up a lot of assists between his ultimate and his taunted gauges. So Fape trying to keep them off inner turret in the mid lane, but it looks like after a couple of Baron waves it's going to go down. Novacloak trying to bully Pope to towards blue side jungle. And it looks like turret's going to go down just fine. They're going to clear the wave with Galio Q and be on their way. Novacloak's team, not having a neutral objective to get right now, is just looking to push the side lanes and break the last two inner turrets. Their gold lead is now gone from 4K to roughly 8K even. It looks like they're going to be able to close this game out 12-24. They just need one more decisive team fight and proper wave management skills. Maokai checking the brush. finds a pink ward and puts a sapling in it for safety. Renekton pushes out the lane top lane and resets as he sees bot lane coming to contest. Galio in turn is pushing out bot lane and he's going to return with his team. He has TP up, but he also has ult up as well, so he has 2 ways to get to his team effectively. Right now they're opting for the 4-1 with Galio as the split pusher. Galio can keep pushing into this inner turret before ultimately joining them for an engage tower dive with his ult. Novacloak uses Righteous Glory. He runs in, but he's deterred by the Xerath. Stun. Xerath ult used for wave clear. It won't buy them much more than a few seconds on that turret though. Renekton being sent bot lane to catch the wave Galio pushed out earlier. It's now 4-4 in the top lane, but it looks like Novacloak's team is backing up. The rest of the team resets, Novacloak sends himself bot, and then the rest of the team will probably join mid with Galio. The more Nova and Pope's team fights, the bloodbaths benefit Nova's team as they have now gotten almost a 10k gold lead in 27 minutes. Blue team clearing the vision that red team had set when they pushed up the wave bot lane. Just looking to reset, hopefully get a pick if they overextend in their jungle for further deep vision. AK-47 Leopard has now completed his Randuin's Hurricane and his Omen. Runon's Hurricane and Randuin's Omen. A weird pick for him, indeed. But between the Omen and the items he has right now, he should have enough to sustain himself through the fights and not get picked. And Pope looking for a flash engage on his flag and drag. He is now ulted, but Galio is going to be quick to answer. Novacloak still goes down though, and it looks like this might be their opening to take out Galio. The bot lane is trying to join, but it looks like Galio might be dead by then, and he flashes the safety to save himself. Renekton is getting taken out from AK-47 Leopard. Leopard blows up their team. Just Gingivitis left, and it looks like he's not going to have much longer. Xerath's going to try to push out the wave on the other side though. Gingivitis using Whimsy to get it to safety. They're going to opt to take the turret instead of chasing the kill. They still might get this kill on Xerath though, if he chooses to stay in turn. Leopard takes a little bit of damage from the Xerath poke, but he's still pretty tanky. Novacloak's team getting the red buff, stealing it from Pope's team and establishing further deep vision. They're going to be looking to push out mid and take inner turret as Nova takes top turret. Caitlyn can quickly clear the wave of Static Shiv, but it won't be enough if Maokai chooses to engage on them. They don't have any other wave clear in the mid lane besides a quick glitter lance from Lulu. The 1-3-1 or 1-4 should be enough to break the base as they're setting up for a Baron play. Soap being pinged off. He's looking to take another wave and back. They're going to have vision of Soap and know he's bot, but he does have TP so he can meet Novacloak's team if he needs to contest Baron. Alright, it looks like they don't have vision. They think they're taking it, so they're going to have to face check. They see that they're not there though, so they're going to take a quick scuttle grab and try to get vision. Kog'Maw uses his ult to check in turn if they're taking Baron. Both teams not quite sure where each other is at the moment, but Novacloak's team having the clear advantage of numbers. Xerath's mid, Lulu is backed. So it looks like if they want to get a pick here, they can take Baron quickly. Soap and Galio trading it out. Renekton losing the better half of that trade. Renekton doesn't have anything to sustain off, so he's going to have to return to base. The rest of Renekton's team, however, is looking to stay towards Baron's side, contest more vision, and make sure they don't take it, because that's going to be the end of the game if they do. 13-27 is the total score right now. 10k gold lead has been achieved by Novacloak's team. It's now getting to 31 minutes, and Fape is going to get his third item very soon. He's been sitting on a lot of gold in his inventory. AK-47 Leopard being 11-4-4 at the moment. Alright, both sides doing a Baron dance as mid lane on Novacloak's team and top lane on Nuke's team. Pope's team, sorry. Set up bot lane. Whoever decided to put Pope on and Soap on the same teams, not doing me any favors. Alright, Novacloak walking up mid lane, knowing Janna and Kog'Maw are quick behind. Maokai flanking from the side, Righteous Glory. And he flashes in. He doesn't quite get them yet, though. J4 trying to stop the engage from the rest of the team. Keeps them safe for now, but it looks like Fape's going to go down anyways from the Novacloak flash in Righteous Glory engage. Caitlyn dies to an Urgot ult, and now Urgot is sitting 7-3-10 with a sizable lead on his counterpart Soap at 1-8-3. It looks like two people are going to be down right now. Pope can't defend this, so they have to concede inhibitor at the very least. Seraph going to try to get a little bit of poke, but he can't do any more than that. Quick stun and quick Q trade on Galio, but Galio looks like he's not taking much damage at all with the Abyssal Mass. Novacloak's team backing off right now. They can take an easy Baron if they choose to. They just need to set up vision and get a pick if they try to bait it out. Pope's team cannot contest this right now with inhibitor down. If they do, a lost team fight means an easy end for Novacloak's team at 33 minutes. Alright. Pope's team continuously returning to the Baron side to get vision to deter Novacloak from taking it blind. AK-47 Leopard procs Baron, however, and takes a quick trade on frickin' Pope as a result. Gromp's taken with a smite. Pope healing back that trade he just lost. And now he takes Gromp. Everyone's looking to recall. They're sitting on some gold. Soap looks like he's overextended though. And this should be an easy pickup. Soap now being 1-9-3. And that is a Righteous Glory on AK-47 Leopard for record. In and a Randuin's. Apparently after 2 items he doesn't need any more damage. He's confident with the Ardent Sensor being his 3rd damage item. And Evil takes a quick stun, eats some CC, but for the most part he's at half health, still looking healthy. Fape and Jackstad opting to return to the base to get more items and a little bit of mana. Fape also choosing to answer Novacloak. Xerath and Fape both being there, but Fape was enough to bully them off. Xerath's taking quick TP. The two of them might have been a mistake sending bot against Nova. Nova is now TP'd back into the Baron pit. It is now going to be a 5v5. Galio within ult range. Pope's looking for a smite, but he can't hope for anything more as the rest of his team is not ready to answer this. Soap going bot lane to push out the wave Novacloak set up, and Fape going mid lane to push out the super minions. They find Pope and they're going to opt to bully him out. Pope tries to get closer to the pit, but it looks like he's going to be dead with the taunt. AK-47 AK-47 Leopard is now legendary. Baron easily secured from Evil, the jungler, with a smite. No contesting from Pope's side after he died out though. Xerath ult being burned earlier in the engage. Leopard now shreds everything, takes a quick blue buff for himself, and is ready to go bot lane. 3 people here to answer the super minions of Novacloak mid as top lane is being rushed by the other 4 members of Novacloak's team. With the lead of being 31-13, they have a decisive team fight. Maokai does a quick flash twisted advance. It looks like Cho'Gath, or it looks like Caitlyn's gonna be down. Galio ults. Every time I see the Righteous Glory, I just assume it's gonna be a Cho'Gath going in on Caitlyn. Apparently. Alright, J4 tries to get a quick kill. It looks like Xerath's able to secure it though, but Pope is still dead. He trades his life for 1. He gets a quick flag and drag to get away. It might be enough, but it looks like Nova's gonna turn and get a kill instead of finishing out the game. And now both turrets should be down. All that's left is Lulu here to defend 3 members of Novacloak's team. And it looks like that's gonna be the end of game 1. Clocking it at roughly 37 minutes, 15-35 final score. 59k gold roughly to 74k. Decisive debut game from the new Novacloak roster. Pope's team's gonna have to consider going into the next game a couple different bans. It's gonna be a best of 2, 1 blue, 1 red side for both people. So Pope will be on red side game 2. This caster is garbage, I agree. I mean, if you want to. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. So we have Novacloak playing on blue side now, the winning team from the previous game, and Pope on red side. Seems like the same ban's going to be thrown out though, Fizz ban. All right, LeBlanc in turn, thrown towards boosted Aatrox, known to play it a lot in solo queue and a couple times in tryouts in turn. Malzahar also thrown out. That's actually a soap ban for top lane though. That is not a Malzahar mid ban. So it looks like they're hitting both of the AKs in their top played champion. Let's see what the third ban for Novacloak is, but Gragas will be used as a ban. Evil playing a decent amount of Gragas, but that's also a ban towards Pope himself, as he plays Gragas a lot himself. Nova wait until the last second on the last ban. It looks like the Xerath was enough to warrant a ban. Maybe they're going to see what else they're going to force them to play. And Galio, in turn, getting a ban from boosted Aatrox. So we won't be seeing Galio or Xerath return. They're going to have to pick new picks. Sejuani, first pick from Novacloak. Solid champion. Evil plays a lot of tank junglers and will be able to use this well, almost as well as his Gragas. Lulu, in turn, is being locked in. Once again, Gingivitis being known to be a prominent Lulu player. Tristana also being played by Fape. He tends to play a lot of hyper carries. It looks like Kog'Maw goes through the draft again. He opts for Tristana, being the safer of the two laners. All right, Evil hovering Janna right now to pick it for Silvakilla. Silvakilla had a solid game, doing a lot of clutch shields and tornadoes to keep AK-47 Leopard alive until he could ramp up to the ever apparent power spike. Apparently, Righteous Glory is now meta on Kog'Maw in the RMU Cup. Let's see if he builds it again if they lock it in. But taking Lulu away from Kog'Maw is important. Janna is a good pairing for it, but not the only thing. Syndra being locked in for boosted Aatrox. They now run the risk of Kog'Maw being banned in addition to any other hyper carries that Fate might play, such as Twitch. Maokai being locked in, taking that away from Evil. Evil, although already having the Sejuani, so they're just trading power picks in the jungle. That could also be flex the top lane though, because Soap will be known to play whatever he's asked from the team, although he prefers champions like Renekton and Malzahar in the top. All right, let's see what the first ban's coming out for the second rotation. Caitlyn being banned. They don't want to get bullied in turn like how Fate bullied Kog'Maw early. We might also see a Kog'Maw ban though. All that would be left on the table is Twitch and then the standard utility ADCs that you see every once in a while. And Xayah, Kalista, but right now they already have Janna locked in. Usually Xayah and Kalista want a more powerful engaged playmaker. All right, J4 being banned. Pope had a pretty strong showing. He got a lot of good early ganks off and got turrets with it, so they're going to just keep him off it so that they might even get snowballed even earlier. Let's see what Pope answers, though. There's now going to be a pinch in the jungle pool a little bit. But then again, he might have actually already locked in Maokai for himself, so it's just a matter of time to see where it's being flexed. Kog'Maw being banned. Leopard not going to get that a second time. We won't see if Righteous Glory is meta, boys. Lee Sin being banned as well. It looks like they're going to try to pinch Pope's pool even more, but now he might just opt to take the Maokai and throw something like a Cho'Gath top. Let's see what they pick for their first second round pick. Chat spam Kappa 123. There's always one. Let's be trees. All right, AK-47 actually hovering the Xayah. It's still pretty good with Janna. Makes good use of Ardent with W, but it won't be as good as a Rakan or a hard playmaking support. Right now, being locked in for Kobe. Is being to play a lot of brand in previous cup. I finally let him play, boys. Alright, it looks like Novacloak can earn both games of his debut match. If he can repeat success, or if he's going to play a little bit differently and avoid this. Alright, so you but That's actually going to be branded after all. Blue being bought with Strana, Brand being mid, and I actually don't even know how jungle it is. I haven't seen Pope on this one before, though. It's a strong, he's this possibly the strongest jungle in the tournament, so the fair to say they'll have a good performance on it. Alright, boys, let's kick it into shots. Structoid. For Pineapple versus Blackwater, we'll have a less garbage caster, I promise, boys. But for Urgot for the top, rounding out the top end. So Syndra is a strong champion into Brand. Both of them try to accomplish the same burst, but Syndra having a much more targeted ultimate, but also having a much more larger zone of control. Brand only being able to CC one target at a time. Sejuani Maokai is a very even trade. They won't be scrapping much in the jungle. They'll probably be going on opposite sides like you saw in the previous game, trading objectives, trading ganks, hopefully trying to get kills before each other. Urgot should be able to bully this Maokai. Yeah, I forgot. Maokai's the top laner. Urgot should be able to bully this Maokai just fine, a little better than Renekton even, because Renekton had a little bit of sustain to keep himself alive while Urgot going in. Maokai just twisted advance past him, Q's away, but he's going to eat a lot of trades as he disengages. Ezreal in the jungle is a little harder to kill Sejuani, but we still might see Pope do an early invade style and then switch to ganking and snowballing his most prominent lanes, being Tristana and Brand, a more control style comp. Wait, change. Can I give you a shout out and be gay? Is that an option? Alright. So now we're actually loading into the game so I can stop killing time. But make sure to stay tuned in after this game. At 5 to 7, you see Pineapple Nuke versus Blackwater. Definitely not the worst two teams of the cup. Alright, let's get loaded in. Everyone has pretty standard keystones. Leopard might itemize weird with his build again, so I'm looking forward to see what he does. Alright, let's see if Novacloak, it looks like they're opting for an invade. They're pinging very heavily for it. Meanwhile, or that is Pope's team actually pinging, they switch sides. Pulsefire Ezreal. I haven't seen that one in a while since the visual update. Alright, they're all going. Gingivitis straggling a little bit behind. It looks like Novacloak's team tried to do a 5-point play. They were a little delayed though, so we might see Xayah get cheesed. She wards and backs off quickly though, so that's going to deter the invade. So they can either have two options. They can sneak back in towards Syndra, try to do the same thing, or just go back to standard 5-point, which is what they're opting to do. Ezreal pathing towards the top side. He's going to start clearing his red side jungle before moving on to the map. Ezreal being known to do a lot of early ganks, so between the Ezreal and the Brand, they might cheese out an early kill on the mid laner, Syndra. Sejuani getting a leash at her red buff in turn. We might even be opting for the super leash. Let's see if they do it. This is something that they probably would have had to practice in scrims though, so it looks like they're just going back for a standard red start. Bot lane leashing Sejuani, and Maokai leashing jungler for the top lane on the top side. Alright, let's see if bot lane's going to be as aggressive as they were this time as last time. Fape now on Tristana is able to push out. She just naturally pushes out with her abilities unless she chooses not to put a level. Early trade, this time good for Lulu. And Soap is being bullied even quicker than he was last time on this Urgot matchup. But Ezreal comes in to even the trade out. Leopard is now very low though. In the meantime, Fape and Lulu got a very good chunk. They might actually even be going all in for the kill. And it looks like Fape might actually get it. Let's see if he can cheese it. Nope, barrier to keep himself alive. And Glare Lance goes wide, doesn't do enough to kill him. So, let's, in terms of a good cheese going on the mid lane, first blood is achieved between the Brand Ezreal combo. Soap opting the flash, doesn't even want to give a return kill. Leopard's still very low though. He can only contest CS so hard. Tristana has the range advantage and bomb plant jump to get a quick clean kill. And it looks like just Leopard blows up. Leopard takes the CS even though he shouldn't, and he goes down for it. Hope's team having a very good early game, already being 3-0. And he misses, and now he finishes for the 3-0. They also get a very good head start on first turret, should they opt to take it. They don't have enough to do it right now, but they will have a lead if it turns into a race. Soap's top lane turret being relatively untouched. Soap is now burning Nova, pushing him in slowly. Looks like Nova's gonna drop a couple CS under this turret though. Soap trying the back, but Nova predicts it. Although it looks like Soap might get the better of him in this trade. Nova is gonna need a little bit of itemization before he can burn him down, but this should quickly go into the favor of Urgot if left unchecked. Soap's gonna have to look to do stuff besides bully in order to get ahead of this. He's gonna have to look for TP plays, and he's gonna have to look to follow up when the jungler comes. But anything besides that might risk him losing even more of a CS lead than he has. Currently down 5. To make up for that though, Brand has a CS lead in turn on the Syndra. It looks like bot lane, they're going in. They bit off more than they can chew though. Jumps in, is able to get out. Is this a bait? It looks like it might be. Evil's gonna go down first. Now we're gonna see if Xayah goes down. Xayah goes down. Janna getting a little bit of damage. Just out of range for that last auto though from Pope. It might be enough, and he flashes. Fape gets ahead of themselves. Now it is time for Nova to get some kills in turn. It turns into a bloodbath very quickly. 1 kill to 2. Lulu just limping away, barely. What started as just a straight up pick turned into further trading. Alright, Zaya mid clearing. If she's not too careful though, Brand can get a good trade out. He misses it though, and it might cost him his life. Leopard backing off, pulling the punch. Pope going in, not hesitant at all for the trade. He does get rooted though, he thought he could dodge it. He misses the Q. Let's see if this is enough to finish it off though. And Pope solos. Andrew not opting to jump in and get a kill. Janna's gonna get a kill here though. Evil in turn probably is gonna go down, and no, he actually gets his passive backs up, he gets a shield, and he's alive. Does not trade his life in turn for the brand. That is now another 1-2. It is slowly trading into the favor of frickin' Pope's team. Alright, bot lane's trading right now. They're trying to get first blick. They don't have enough though. Sejuani's coming to deter them off it. If Pope is to join them with though, it should be a very early first tower blood. Pope's team, if they get the first turret and the first blood, they'll have a sizable lead even if they traded even for the majority of their last few trades. Tristana also scaling better than Zaya into the late game, with Lulu enhancing her auto attacks in addition to the Ardent enhance. Zaya getting straight AD though from Sylvakilla's Janna will be helpful to keep them relevant. Leopard thinks he can get the kill, but it looks like Lulu's gonna turn it out in their favor. Gingivitis coming in clutch, flashes the tornado, tries to give the kill, doesn't have it, takes it for himself. Syndra pushes out mid against Brand, and it looks like Maokai is going to keep trading. And Pope comes in trying to get the barrier down and gets the kill too. Ult isn't enough to down her as a retribution kill though. Brand survives. Bomb takes a decent amount of damage. They will get this turret in the next wave if they commit to it. No one's here to answer. Zaya's going to take about 20 seconds to come back. And he stays, he doesn't even have to take a turret shot. First turret in their favor. We now have a 2k gold lead for Pope at 8 minutes. This is looking very different to last time where they were trading even over and over. And that is a quick pick. It should go to favor of Pope. 5-2-3, looks like it's gonna be the score for Pope. Much better start than last game. He's going to look to close this out before he falls off. Although with the introduction of the Ardent, Ezreal jungle is able to stay relevant for much longer than it would normally. Alright, Pope going in. Leopard has a good wave. He should be able to take this, but Fape's gonna stick around. And Ezreal ult actually clears it. Clutch save for the bot lane turret. Alright, we have Gingivitis clearing wars. We have Soap trying to push in and take a turret of his own, but it looks like, for the most part, Nuke's team, or Pope's team, still has the decisive lead. One thing that's important to remember is this is the first match of the round robin, so a lot of these teams, once they get a lead, will close it out because both the teams haven't practiced playing from behind as a group yet. So this is slowly looking to be a snowball in the favor of Pope's team for an even 1-1 split. Let's see if Nova's team is able to take this and take control of this game again. seems like Soap has learned his lesson from last time. They took him off a carry champion bruiser with Renekton and put him on Maokai. Nova still picked up a kill from TP plays though, so time will only tell if he's able to ramp up on it. Urgot being one of the better scalers when it comes to the Juggernauts after his rework. Urgot split push is also something to keep in mind, something Nova likes to do from time to time. So we'll have to see if Pope's team will be able to just hard engage as 5 or have the proper answer for Nova's split. Nova has a small lead on Maokai right now after taking the wave, but not enough to close out the lead like he did last time on Soap. Soap's playing much safer than last time. Jaxad also got a good start, which is something he wasn't able to do in Xerath versus Galio lane. Having Brand, Syndra, and getting the early ganks from Pope really put him ahead. So Brand ults will remain relevant into the late game. Between Lulu, ult, or shield and barrier, his health actually didn't go down at all. But Syndra burned and cleared and cooldown in exchange for her ult. Sejuani ult, takes it out. Lulu safe, keeps Pope safe right now. He dodges it. Pope gets a kill. He might still go down though. Janna's shield maybe even saving Pope on the way out. Alright, so we have Pope taking red right now. It looks like they're going to try to move up and take this top lane turret though for blue side. Soap splitting in the bot lane. No one's here to answer him. Sejuani will be there in about a wave. But not enough of a kill threat to make him back off if he chooses not to. He takes turret aggro though, so he's going to have to back off from that. Bommy Cinder not doing him any help. Looks like Soap might have bit up more than he can chew with those 2 turret shots. He's going to have to back. He finds a pink ward in the brush, throws a sapling for safety, and continues to clear it. Syndra backing right now. Pope might try to cancel it. He doesn't find it in time and recalls on his own. Evil smites his red camp and is getting ready for the next team fight. Bot lane opted to swap top. Fape trying to get farmed up. Right now in the head-to-head, Fape has 95 CS, Zaya's 86. But more impressively so, AK-47 Jaxad has 90 CS to Syndra's 69 CS. Soap and Nova a lot closer than last game. Nova only have 1 kill. They are still even in CS. Both pushing the lane and then backing as it crashes in the turret. Neither of them actually fighting each other for the last few minutes. The score is 4-12. Nova's team tried to get back in it when it was 4-11 to get a kill on Pope. Pope barely getting saved and getting a kill in turn on his way out with his ult. Alright, Pope sees Sejuani. Gets a quick free trade on. Continues it. Evil now might be in trouble if he keeps this up. A lot of Poke being had on hit effects with red buff, burning them down slowly. Faith might be able to get this. Oh, and a good snare down. Almost, and Pope ults the wrong way. Jaxad tries to pick up the kill, but is going to die in turn, overextending. This might be the window that Novacloak's team is looking to get back into the game. Fape has the damage, it's just a matter if he can avoid the CC, because Novacloak's there, Syndra stun's there, and it looks like Pope is going to get ulted from Nova, the first victim of his ults in a while. Soap in the meantime though has free reign bot, no one was here to answer him. Xayah won't get there in time. Fape dodging the Syndra stun. Pops barrier. He's gonna see if he can trade out with Nova. If Nova stays this close range, he's gonna end up dying from his W, I believe it is. His Gatling gun. Alright, returning to the action top lane. Nova doesn't feel like he's going to give up the fight, and Fape and Ginger are here to match him. With ultimate down, they are not afraid of Nova. Jaxet takes the blue buff for himself, getting ready for a fight. A decisive ult might be enough to close out the Rift Herald or any neutral objective or turret for the next team fight coming. Very good stun thrown out. Had the flash, still dies anyways. And Rick and Andrew doesn't find him in time. Alright, ult towards the top. Pope's gonna try to save the wave like he did last time, pick up a little CS. It looks like it's not enough to down it though. Bot lane will be here, and they might be able to come out swinging. And they're gonna quickly start trading. Fape very confident with the Lulu Whimsy on him and the shield. Leopard goes for it. He's gonna lose this trade though, it's just him. Soap won't be able to win this shade. Has to flash out, otherwise we could have been followed for an easy kill with Janna, Xayah. Alright, Brand, being a little bit greedy, goes in there, gets quickly picked. Let's see if his bot lanes are going to be able to make up for it. They're going to go for turret, but they use bomb on Sejuani, so it's not going to be enough to take it out. The good old X-Smithy comes out as Sejuani whiffs ult. Much like X-Smithy, Evil will not find himself in the LCS this year. Alright, it looks like bot lane's gonna be able to finally get that turret. Alright, if you want to. Alright, we're being joined by RMU Esports Coordinator, one Jose Espen. What would you have to say about this match, Espen?
Espen here. Interesting match. I really want to see how things get going. I mean, red side with that really big gold lead. Almost 6K. What do you think about that, Blackwater?
I think that with the teams being new like they are, the team that gets this early game snowball, it's very easy for the losing team to panic and continually give up objectives. So they might actually get to the point where they won't be able to get back in this game.
You think Novacloak's not a team player picking up that top Urgot pick for his team?
I think knowing Novacloak, Urgot was what he thinks best to carry his team with.
Well, we have some discussion that Urgot pick might be that top priority top pick right here, coming from Varsity. Yeah, hold on, we actually have a special caster coming in today. This is Thomas T. Sickler, Atraz, top lane Varsity player for the Glitch. Oh, they're going in for the flash and trying to get Evil out, but not much is happening. They're trying to pick boosted, but he almost goes down, but Brandon passive will not finish the kill. But go back to what you're talking about, Atraz. I mean, Urgot.
Going in, Bob. Ezreal going in on Sejuani, Bob. They're looking for the dive, but they're not going to get it. They're going to fall back to Dragon and reset. Blue team's going to go pick up that mid wave, and Novacloak's going to reset. You know. Anyway, about the Urgot pick. Alright, you know, Urgot, he's very dominant in lane. He beats most melee matchups except maybe Irelia. Oh, actually, no, he shits on Irelia. Excuse me. He doesn't beat Riven, but you know, his ulti gives him a 25% execute, and it's an AoE fear. So as long as your team has good focus and you land that ulti in team fight, you can flash that whole team and get a fear for 2 seconds. Urgot, very lane dominant and very good team fighter. Thank you very much. Follow me on Twitter. Red team got the dragon. Back to you, guys.
Wow. Can't get that explanation anywhere else besides RMU Esports. Am I right, everyone? Well, we just see red team getting Inferno. It seems like blue team's just gonna trade Dragon for the mid turret. Seems kind of oh, I mean, it wasn't really much health, so. So what are you expecting out of this Caesar? I mean, I didn't watch game 1, so I don't know how it's doing compared to that. So
I think this started a lot very similar to last game where they had about double the kills up. What started happening though is that the leading team took a lot of. They started taking 50-50s until eventually they just aced the team altogether. And with Tristana ramping up like he did, it might be very similar to how Kog'Maw took over in game 1 on AK-47 Leopard. Who built Righteous Glory on that, Kog'Maw, by the way.
well, looking at CS now, I mean, Maokai really leading on Novacloak here. I mean, I know Novacloak's 2-0, but I mean, you know, CS is everything, am I right? I'm kidding. No. I mean, we got Sedge and Ezreal. I mean, Sedge is ahead in CS, but Ezreal with the 8 and 3. The boy says who needs CS when you have kills, am I right? Then we got mid lane matchup getting kind of close to CS. Bot lane, the same thing. So we see red side going for the Baron. Red team, I mean, not that. It seems like they're gonna actually confirm this. What do you think of Blackwater? You think they're gonna resist? Oh, they actually backed out. Fine.
I think with Novacloak on the Righteous Glory, they're having PTSD from the last game and back off quickly.
Well, we saw Maokai ulti go out, but it seems like they're going to disengage and just forget about it. Seems like red side, well, Maokai's going to be backing, resetting, trying to clear the top side jungle to position themselves for mid lane to counter that push coming in.
So it looks like right now they're going to try to repeat success. They're going to go and establish vision, but it looks like Pope's here to contest it. It's kind of looking like last game. Pope always there to make sure that they don't establish vision for a few seconds, because otherwise they're going to get confident and they're going to go in for the Baron.
We'll definitely see how these two teams scale out, as everyone just seems to be kind of doing a lax role, just setting up some deep vision, just going together, trying to pick out Leopard off in the top lane. Ooh, it looks like they might actually get it.
Yeah, it looks like for the most part it's been a lot more tame than last time, but it looks like Pope's actually fighting Leopard right now. Pops barrier prematurely. It looks like he might win this if he gets a root, and he flashes to get it. Baron is procced though, so he goes down anyways. Good job from Leopard. And it looks like that Jackstad is going to be actually taken out. Urgot ult taking another victim in this series. This might be the comeback that they're looking for though.
Wow, Leopard really turning that around. Really able to turn around this. It seemed like they had, but I guess he actually had hope. Well, so they go 0 for 2, right? 0 for 2, now they're going for Baron. It seems Tristana's pushing mid, so hopefully maybe they can get a tower straight for Baron. Who knows? We'll see what can happen right now. Maokai also pushing bot lane, so they're definitely getting something. Oh, well, it seems like we're getting from the analyst list. They can't even do Baron, but it looks like they're going to get the Lulu out of here. Gingerbitis, goodbye. Oh, see, they do get that mid turret. They're trying to get that inhib, and did they get Baron yet? I can't even tell. Oh, and they secure Baron. He secures Baron. Freaking Pope a little bit too late to the party, but trying to go in for an extra kill. Oh, gets Janik tornado, misses the kill! And Pope not able to capitalize on anything, just like the blue buff last year. Am I right, guys?
Oh wait. And nope, he guessed which brush John was in. She already recalled though with the bin powered Baron.
Alright, let's see what's happening. Well, now 10 to 14. This 6K go league now to 2. Some would say Fiesta. The analyst desk is. I'm getting it right. Yeah, the analyst desk thing is Fiesta. Is for sure. So it's happening.
Yeah, you know, Bob, a lot of miscommunication there by the red team. They had their Maokai bot and their Tristana mid, and instead of rotating them both to Baron, they tried to rush an inhib. You know, after Maokai already got that tower to half health. So poor, you know, decision making by the blue side here. They still get the Baron. So actually, poor decision making by the purple side. Excuse me. They could have just wiped him a Baron, you know, got it. But you know, Bob, that's why we're here. It's all about having fun. And at the end of the day, that's what the players are gonna do.
Thanks, Jimmy. Really appreciate passing the mic over. Well, we got Bob here. Well, we're seeing blue team pushing in mid lane. Analysts does really do want to pitch in their ideas, but we'll give them into them right now. Maokai pushing top lane, trying to get that split going. Novacloak backing, and doesn't have TP, can't contest Maokai, has to go back for that. So on Analyst's desk, we have the mid laner for our varsity team, Nakvan here. Can you give us some insight on this game, or do you have anything? He's got something.
So what the blue team should be doing is just hard shoving mid with their Baron buff and just like diving these fools because they have like all squish comp and their only tank is split pushing right now. And freaking Pope is going in and Sejuani ult, but it lands onto Lulu, the stun, and then freaking Pope dies. And now Gingivitis, Gingivitis dies too. Oh my god! And then no, he's gonna die too! Oh, he got Urgot ulted! Oh my god! That was a clean fight. Urgot pick seems extremely strong right now. They should be able to end the game here, possibly. I'm out. Back to Bob.
Thank you so much, Nakvan, for that precise commentary. Seems like Maokai's gonna go in with another. They're gonna pop up. Jan's gonna pop him up. Oh wait. Oops, I said the totally wrong spell, but I think they got soap here, guys. It seems like we get the mid lane turret as well and get in hit. So, Blackwater, it really does, you were right, it really does. This was a really, it doesn't matter which team. You never know who's going to win. But yeah, I mean, they fully capitalized on that Baron buff, really calling the Nakvan tank going down mid lane. What do you think their next step is?
So I think much like last game, when they were at 19 minutes, it was actually 11 to 19. It started off as a much bigger bloodbath than this game. I think once that Novacloak team started to take hard 5v5 fights, they really excel in the team fights and they excel in the chaos they create from it. And Pope's team wanting to trade objectives and being much more control has seemed to collapse. And this might just be because they're a new team and they don't quite know what to do to against this aggression naturally. But it looks like right now Evil actually overextends, but it seems once again that they're going to excel in the team fight. Leopard's still alive, Leopard's doing mad damage. Boosted Aatrox gets off their ultimate, takes out a player. Soap's going to go, and actually Pope's going to be taken out. Novacloak getting the dash he needs. Can Silva Killer survive though? With the Tornado and Shield, I think so. Blue Trinket being used, Blue Trinket killed. And Soap is going to be taken out. No one's going to go with him though. It's a one-way trip alone.
1 for 4. Novacloak's team always seems to be on top of these trades. I mean, is there really much the red side can do to come back from this? I mean, of course it's 18 to 16. It's only a 1k goal difference. But, I mean, we got guys coming down. I mean, they might take the turret now. How do you think the red team should come back from this?
I think between the three people that are up, they have a decent shot, but it's mainly going to be up to Brand and Ezreal getting that early trades in. It looks like they're actually going to back off. They're going to respect the 2-star players of Pope's team. And it seems like Boosted Aatrox, Novacloak, and Silva Killer are going top. Going to pick up a quick inner turret. Ezreal ult is not going to be enough to clear it though, and he will not be able to clear this by himself without risk of being dived. But it seems like he's going to do his best, throw Qs, pick off a minion here and there, and now Fape's here for the real wave clear.
No flame, but it's Dove. Alright, well, but it seems like they just take turn back up. Going in 30 minutes, about to be 30 minutes, and people clearing out Baron. I mean, it's not going to be up for another minute 5. So that'll be a little more like 3 minutes. Team's towers are 7-6. But red side leading the dragon, but I mean, it doesn't seem to be that important. What is that? 2 air, 2 10 air. I thought there was an earlier.
Actually, last game there was an Infernal both. This team is actually very quiet.
Too quiet. Oh, we got a whole tap. We have no clue. Team captain 6-0. I mean, that can have fun momentum as beautiful. I mean, do you think his hype is going to carry his team on, or do you think he's going to be more in synergy to lead the way?
I think the high level gameplay he's playing at right now is going to carry him through the majority of this first round robin before the team get their macro ironed out.
Alright. I mean, I don't know if everyone's going kind of stand, right? I'm not going to be easy to like that time.
And there is a little bit of a weird choice on Leopard only because usually he's going to pick an energy item, but it's nowhere near magical levels of innovation.
Alright, seems like they're on waiting and being self-confident, self-following, the red side happens. Shove, but I mean, wait, I'm not gonna be like big buff.
Red team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
It looks like Novacloak is not interested in Baron, he is interested in kills and only that. So if he aces the team, then he'll decide to hit the Nexus once or twice, but up until then it is going to continue to be about Fiesta as long as Nova's team is in the Baron.
Just even the attack. Not kind of attack, little damage. Looks like they're going on Baron. Oh boy. As we lost this situation, let's see what happens. We did it. Okay, off for a minute. Look for take this mic. I'm just kidding. I'm jumping at this, but got it. The sit ulti.
Walks right into their team though, eats the ult, flashes with his blades to be strong. Syndra dies and returns that. No, she doesn't actually do it. Alright.
Oh, I mean, a bit high more. I mean, good job to move close to that. I mean, they kept up the Baron. They all try and get wiped, so I mean, it's good that the fight top.
You know, so that's pretty good job. You know, Syndra. I thought Syndra was a little mistake, but just not getting. Never lucky. You know, AK that making a big play splashy. He's done that like 6 times. I think it's a staple move, and honestly, he's an excellent player. So it's amazing to see these team fights break out. You know, his teams are basically even. You're getting the highest full play possible out of these games. I can't wait to see what's next up.
Kind of hurts from top. I mean, this goal difference is never breaking that 4K. I mean, you said that one big 6K top 6 seems to be in that 4K range. That 2218. Oh, everybody's right. But it's like just right and freaking over trying to get there. That's it. How much can you spend on this? The dangerously low. Jonathan Lowe.
I think the brand ult actually tore through them, but for the most part it's just a disengage. The mechanic feature of Novacloak's lineup is still the best of them, as Brand's the only sole defender left. It looks like that once again that they're gonna go hard picture lane. They're not even opting to go top lane to get that secure inhibitor. Novacloak and boosted Aatrox with under 100 or so health. They're just gonna walk straight up with contention. They're not afraid. And she is just for GG being thrown up in all shit, and it looks like the jump is over. Future values will be up, but won't be enough between Brand and
And just like that, GG!